Oh, walking around downtown. So the story of my first crush. Well, the thing you probably have to know about me is that I am a serial crusher. I develop crushes on people like some people develop hives, which is probably a bad analogy, but it's true. I've had a long history of crushes on people. And it started at a very young age. I think my first crush was probably about 2nd grade. There was a kid in my class named Craig. I don't remember much about him, but he was tall and kind of goofy looking, which kind of turned out to be my type for years to come. And I don't really know how the crush got started. It was a very small class. I was put in the nerd class in 2nd grade where they segregated us from the rest of the students. So there were about 8 boys in my class and 4 girls. I think all the girls kind of paired up with people just automatically. It was kind of understood that Craig and I were like a thing, even though that didn't mean anything. I honestly can't say what I liked about him, but one thing I do remember is that I never got in trouble in school. I was a very good kid, but the only 2 times I remember ever getting scolded by a teacher were because I was picking on Craig. I remember one time we were lining up after recess to go inside and I hit him with my lunchbox and the teacher saw it and she kind of scolded me for it, and I felt really embarrassed because I wasn't the kind of kid to get in trouble or to get yelled at for anything. Waiting for the light to change. And then there was another time, for some reason I wanted to insult him, but the best insult I could come up with at the time was calling him a skinny dipper. Apparently that was just the most horrible thing I could think of. But then he ran off and told the teacher, and I heard him say, "Gretchen called me a skinny dimper." And the teacher said something like, you know, you just don't listen to her. But I remember being really embarrassed again that I got in trouble, that he told on me. But the other thing I remember thinking was, I can't believe he told on me and said skinny dimper. And that's clearly not what I said. He clearly does not know what that word means. And now the teacher's gonna think I don't know what that word means because he said it wrong. So in case you're wondering, not much has changed since 2nd grade. But Craig's mom, she had this thing, I don't know what she was doing, where she kept pulling him out of school and homeschooling him and then putting him back in, so for months at a time he wouldn't be there at all. And then he would come back. So it was weird. And then in the middle of 4th grade, I moved, so that was the end of that. Okay, this is especially awkward because even though there aren't a lot of people around, I seem to keep following people. Like I will turn the same way they're turning and then just walk behind them talking to myself. So that's kind of awkward. I have to say I really miss those elementary school crushes because they were a lot simpler. They were much more direct. Be like, hey, I like you. You like me? Cool, we'll be this thing. And if you broke up, then nobody cared. You just went on with your lives. And now, as an adult, it's all mixed signals and games and considerations about the future and all this crap. That's probably why my relationship history ends in 6th grade. That's my confession, if that's what we're doing here, is that my relationship history ends in 6th grade because I cannot figure out how to do it as an adult. So yeah. I get what you were saying, Changu, about being like shaking, because I mean, not just because I have to hold this camera up in front of my face, but it's very nerve-wracking, even though there aren't that many people around. Just the people driving by and the people I keep inadvertently stalking. It's strange. And I don't know if I made a good story or not, but I was just trying to tell it as quickly as possible. Remember to like the video and leave video responses if it so pleases you, and I'll see you next week, and yeah, bye.